What's up, guys? It's early. I got a lot to talk about before Jeff comes on, and our special guest that comes on tonight with a big announcement. With Short Porch, the one thing I do want to get to before I start all this, I got a ton of stuff in front of me, like right down here. It's. I hope it doesn't all fall off. And I'm going to talk about. Somebody wanted to know what the list was of the stuff that I take, and it's grown. I need to update it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to update this list because this is an old list. I actually do take a lot of this stuff, and I'm going to update it. And I've got like 5 or 6 different other ones that I do need to add onto that list. And a lot of the stuff, I have a ton of stuff here, guys. There it is. The one thing I do is I do a lot of research into things. I print out a lot of stuff. So when I talk about it, I want to make sure that I'm talking about something that's you guys, a lot of people text messaging me right now because what comes up in another 2 weeks or 3 weeks with me, actually a week with my son, is hunting season. We start guiding in November. He's got it at the beginning of November. I get it at halfway through. My guys start coming in, and those are my guys right there asking me about the animals because I start posting pictures. If you guys have seen that, another thing I started doing too is I whenever I talk about things and I get criticized, like I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I actually instead of arguing with people, I call them receipts. I've shared, and they'll all be shared on this Facebook Live. I know I'm going live on like 2 Facebook pages, Short Porch and mine, personal one. I've got X, I'm looking at it right now, Rumble, and YouTube. But Facebook will hold up all my receipts because here's the deal. I talked about swinging. You see that? Swinging one of these in the off season actually helps increase bat speed, and I criticized for it by somebody out there. Actually, I admire good hitter, not the other guy, not the one guy that's talking the shit. It's the guy that has it, I guess. Hell of a player back in the day. So what I do is I posted a couple of videos today. You guys can go back and look. There is kind of a group of people that I'm going to start posting in the next like 4 or 5 days. One of them is Lou Simmons. Lou Simmons was a power lifter. He got a lot of his ideas from Russia back in the 60s and 70s. Lou Simmons has passed away, but he still has that West Side Barbell Club. I trained under that club when I was 29, 30, up till 35. It actually helped my softball. So I took that advice. Plus, I was looking at in 92, 93 was Ray DeMarini. Ray DeMarini talks about training with a wiffle bat and adding it into his routine, swinging it as fast as you can. I posted a video up this morning about it. And then in mid 90s, 95, somewhere around there, 96, who is a friend of mine, and I was a big fan of his years ago, was Ken Vandergaard with Swing Makeover. He got Mike Masinko on there. Mike Masinko talks about popping the end cap. Popping the end cap, that's 3 ounces. He talks about it on his, when he's talking to Ken. I posted that video up there too. So all these guys are talking about stuff that I've done way long before these guys were even. It was in the late 80s, early 90s. Now, Lou Simmons talks about the dynamic method, something that I trained under. Well, what I did with all of these guys' routines, I took big pieces of them and I mold them into what I want to do, right? I don't train with a heavy bat, never have trained with a heavy bat because I know that a heavy bat's not good for training. I'm more about speed. So this is something that I'm going to talk about in the future because I think it could actually benefit a lot of players out there, especially seniors, because you're not working at heavyweight. I have not worked heavy in, wow, since before I started training Lou Simmons, because Lou Simmons doesn't work heavyweights, or he works percentages. So I'll start posting videos on Facebook that actually will help a lot of seniors out there, even the conference guys, if they would actually do it. It's a lot with explosive movements, moving the weight from point A to point B. That's one thing I wanted to talk about right there. And I'm not going to argue with them. They can say whatever they want to. It was actually more about bashing and trying to be funny, I guess, trying to get views was what I think. So another thing too, if you guys hear anything, you guys hear rumors about stuff, and especially if it's about Short Porch, get a hold of me or Jeff and ask them, hey guys, is this true? Because we're very transparent on what we do out there. So hey guys, is this true? There is a bunch of bullshit, especially from a back company that I heard last week, and I called him out on it. I wanted a name, and he would not give it to me because we don't tolerate the shit that he was saying that happened. And I want to know who said it. So unless you got receipts, guys, you know, I don't understand the hate that's going on out there. It's really sad. Our names being thrown out, and then the last day, our names being thrown out there about some stupid shit that's been going on. And I think what happens is back companies kind of throw shit out there, just see if it sticks. The one thing I will say is Short Porch is our thoughts and prayers do go out to the West Coast guys, the Onyx guys, on what happened yesterday. We are praying for them and their family, guys. That's tragic on what happened yesterday. I'm not going to go into detail about it because I don't know too much about it. Basically, there's a lot of things going on. It's under investigation on what happened. Just wait till all the stuff comes out and see. But I knew those guys, and there were 4 softball players that it happened to. You probably already heard about it. But our prayers, Short Porch is praying for those guys, and we're really concerned about their family, you know, and the Onyx group of people, because they're all on one team. I just had to say that because dude, this is softball, man. It's everybody's out there, and you know, when stuff like this happens to a community, you know, I think everybody needs to just get together. I do know they have a few GoFundMe pages out there to help pay for funerals. I saw a few of those before I came on, so reach out to them, guys. They need the prayers right now. Okay. Guys, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, X. I kind of went on early tonight because there's a lot of stuff that's going to be talked about, and I kind of wanted to get all this stuff out of the way. I talked about a lot of the X. We're on a lot of social platforms. We have got shorts going up on a daily basis. We've got video going up in San Antonio. A lot of 7-year-old guys. I got 4 7-year-old guys hitting with me down here. I've got 2 of the ladies, my wife being one of them. That way the ladies can get a view. The 7-year-old guys will get a view. The 65-year-old guys will get a view on how the bat performs, especially the newer senior bats that are out right now, and talk about them. You know, what's the difference between one and the other one? It's because of the finish, and you guys know what I'm talking about. The difference between, you know, these 2 bats is basically, see how the shiny one has got the dull one on the bottom, both the same bat right there, OG DDT, and it's just the same bat with a matte finish on it. They're on sale on our website, shortporchbaseballcompany.com. You guys can get a link on that anywhere. As a matter of fact, if you're on YouTube, just go down below and you can click on it and take you right to the page. If you go to shortporchcuttingedge.com, that is my website. And you guys are having trouble getting on there, right? And this is the deal about GoDaddy. And I don't know if it's GoDaddy or someone else that's doing it. But whenever I got that page, this is the first time, the last year they started doing this. I've had it for 11 years, 12 years, something like that. Well, what they do is they send a warning out to all you guys that get on it saying this website is not secure. It could steal your credit card, but I don't run a credit card through it. So I understand that secure part. You know, um, all you got to do is when it puts up that warning sign when you click go try, that doesn't do it to everybody, but just, you know, shortporchcuttingedge.com, you go to it and go down to the bottom and it says tell you more. Just click on that, it'll take you right to the website. So I don't know if it's a scam. I need to get a hold of them sometime next week and talk to them about it. Guys, have you ever, this is nothing too, you guys watch AI? I mean, I don't watch a lot of the news, but you watch AI, man, that shit has gotten out of control. There's AI everywhere, all this fake shit that's going on. They need to do something about that, guys, because that shit has got out of control. It's almost stupid shit that you just look at and you're like, no, okay, you guys are killing me. The one thing I will say, because I know I got the guys coming on tonight. One's coming on at I think it's 7:30, 7:20 his time, which is 6:20 my time. So I got a few 20 minutes to talk about what I want to talk about. The one thing I started the other day, you guys saw the video, and I've always heard people talk about this. I experimented back in 1999, run half a season with it. I was a lot stronger back then, though. I didn't like it. I lost a little bit of control when I did. It's the overlap grip. If you guys watched the video, you notice that I'm doing an overlap grip now. And I started doing it because I've been having trouble swinging the bat. I'm all tied up. I'm all, and I'm going to get to that in a minute too, because, you know, doing what I did for such a long time, the bat reviews, you know, and I told you how many swings I've actually taken just doing the bat reviews. That's not talking about playing softball since I was 20. I'm talking about doing the bat reviews. You know, 250,000 swings. My back has taken a toll. My arm, my shoulders. I work out 3 times a week just to stay on top of everything. But what I found out in the last 2 years is I for one, I'm tight. I'm really tight. I got a lot of inflammation in my body, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. The things that I take to help with that, and I've actually swapped over to peptides. Guys, I don't take any kind of drug from a pharmacist, from a doctor. I don't take any kind of Motrin, 900, 800 milligrams, 900 milligrams Motrin. I don't do that. It hurts my stomach, for one. It just tears it up. Makes it raw. Like, you know, you guys feel that, you know, if you take too much Motrin, it actually hurts. I don't take a lot of Tylenol. I probably take 1 Tylenol in the morning to get me going where I can hit. And that's it. I do take, what I have started taking that I'm excited about is peptides. And I'll talk about that here in a minute. I do want to go through my supplements on what's added. And I will put my supplements up on Facebook, everywhere. I'm going to put my supplements that I take every day on Facebook and kind of talk about them. A lot of you guys are asking me, do you really take all those pills a day? Yes, I do. I've been taking supplements since I started powerlifting when I was 29. I took supplements, liver pills. I've experimented with all kind of supplements. I was taking liver pills and aminos back in the day. What I did found out in this last, I always suspected it, and without getting too far into how I know this, but if you guys take a pill form, right, any kind of supplements, you guys take a capsule, what happens is you're only absorbing 30% of that capsule. You know, if you're taking a tablet, you're only absorbing out of that tablet, you're only absorbing like less than 10% of what's ever the milligrams that are in that tablet. Now, it's kind of gross if I tell you how I know that shit, but I just, believe me, I know that stuff about the tablet part and porta potties. You kind of know what I'm talking about on somebody that actually clean those porta potties out. It doesn't get absorbed into your system, your digestive system. So stay away from the tablet form. If you have to get some kind of a pill form, make it in a capsule. Get it in a capsule. So kind of stay away from that. Test boosters, real quick. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and say, I do not want to take the shot when it comes to test boosters. I understand that. You don't want to take the shot because the shot's not just something you're just going to take and get off of it, because the shot does suppress, or the cream does suppress, or the pellets, anything you take like that does suppress your own testosterone. And it makes you where you can't produce testosterone if you decide to get off. So the shot, the cream, the pellets are for life. You have to take it. I don't have a problem with that. Some people do. I don't have a problem with that because of the way it makes me feel. Because I'm on TRT from a doctor, I get a prescription, and it's just you can take the shots different ways now. You can take it in an insulin pill, an insulin injection right here. So the it's really small, guys. You see how small that is? That's very small. That's like a 32 gauge. The regular ones at 18 gauge, 19 gauge. That's really big. I'd suggest going to a draw with an 18, go in with a 23, 25, somewhere around there. It's a little harder to shoot in because it is an oil. But if you take it, guys, you can't get off of it because your body, we're too old. If you're over the age of 40 and you're taking TRT, it's just so hard to get off it because your body's not going to reproduce it. It doesn't matter if you take a, what they call it, post-cycle therapy, where it actually can try to kick them in with kind of booster. No, but here's the deal. I'll talk about that somewhere else. But if you guys actually want to elevate your testosterone just a little bit, there is some stuff that I have done reading on that will help you get there. I will post that instead of sitting here and talking about it for an hour because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Instead of, hearing it from, because I've done the research in it already, instead of hearing it from someone else, I would rather you, because I've done the research, is I'll put it up on Facebook. You guys can look at it. And what it is the best boosters out there. I don't know if it's going to give you above 30%, 35%, but there's some out there that only get you like 10, 20%. So these will actually work where it gets you up in that 20, that 30 range. If somebody's coming up to you and telling you I can raise your testosterone 300%, they're lying to you. And they're trying to sell you something that's well over $100 to get. Don't. If you don't mind the injections or you don't mind getting on TRT, just get on TRT because that's 100% of that being injected into your body. Or if you get the cream, okay? Another thing too, if you have to go to a nasal spray or a underneath the tongue, that's the next best thing from the injection. You're not going to get everything, but you get a lot of stuff absorbed into the vessels, the blood vessels in the bottom of your tongue, or the nasal spray that goes into your sinus cavities. That's a little bit better. But I will post the testosterone booster that I think, Tungali, stuff like that. Zinc is actually in there, D3. I'll name some of those that I'm taking. The D3 with K2, that's another one too. But I'll go through that. We're talking about the testosterone because I know a lot of you guys don't want to get on TRT, replacement therapy. So what I will do is I'll give you a list of stuff that I think is really good for, let's say, that 30 to 40-year-old guys that don't want to get on, get a little bit of boost. It's not going to blow you up, man. When you get on testosterone boosters, it's not going to bring your testosterone into the thousands. It's just going to raise it a little bit, especially you've already got those 40-year-old guys that have that 600, 700, 800 testosterone. It's going to probably increase it, probably in about 200-300 points, but then again, if you got 200, 200 points at the most, it's 400. It's just symptomatic at 400. So it's not going to do the guy that has a 200 testosterone as well it would do the guy with the 800 testosterone, because it's just not going to do that to you. I have not, I know a few of you guys going to get on there and say that. I have not met a 65-year-old man, 70-year-old man has got 800 testosterone. You're a unicorn if that has actually happened to you. I've had guys tell me that they have a 600, 700 testosterone. I look them in the face and I'm like, you don't have the shape for it. Guys know what I mean if you're on it, because it does rip you up a little bit. It does help you retain muscle, because a lot of times with men over the age of 50 to tend to have, usually have muscle wasted disease. It's not a disease. It just happens because hormone levels drop. Let me get to I got to watch my time because I know how Jeffrey is. Real fast, let me get through this stuff. And I'm going to talk about peptides. And there's this peptides. I got a guy in San Antonio to talk about peptides. Whenever we move to, that's a shit show. Apparently all of my family wasn't told that we're moving. So we've been dealing with that. But when we move to Savannah, Georgia, I have a guy that's gonna actually I call it a supplier, because guys, the peptides they're talking about is not approved by the FDA. So you kind of got to watch what you're doing. Plus the guy that I got in San Antonio, and it's going to be the same guy that I'm going to have in Savannah, Georgia, and it has been tested, so it's legit stuff. A lot of your peptides come from China, so but it is tested when it gets to the United States through us. Talked about the overlapping grip. I'm going to stay with that and work with it. It's off season. What better time to work on a swing other than the off season? So Murray Williams has an overlap, and he's 71, 70. Sorry, Murray, but he's in his 70s. And what I want to do was he's going to hit with us tomorrow, because we hit it, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to hit with that overlap grip again. It felt effing amazing swinging with it, enough where it got me pumped. Guys, when you're that age, I'm 65. So you're that age when you find something, a little tweak in something, all of a sudden you start getting a little bit more power because you did move it like this, and I never come up here and said I know everything, because if I knew everything, I knew what to fix this shit a long time ago. I never said I know everything. Everybody said I don't. I do not know. This is a disclaimer. I do not know everything. But when I find shit, I'm going to damn sure talk about it. That actually worked for me. And it's just whatever happened to, this is another thing too. Whatever happened to opinions with everybody, where everybody's just so crucified or mad because you give your opinion. Guys, there's no set way. There's no set way of doing even workout routines or swinging a bat, right? If we all had a King Griffey swing, it would be effing amazing, but we don't. So you have injuries. So you change stuff. I have this problem with inflammation. So I changed it to that. And for some reason, I got a hell of a lot more, not just a little bit, I got a hell of a lot more whip in that bat. I could see the ball better. Now I have something to do because I only have 1.5 eye. The right eye is almost gone, not almost gone, but it's like it's distorted. But maybe it helps me see the ball up better, because I was consistent more. I was using a DDT with an overlap grip. I think that helped too, because you got dual distribution and you're swinging that bat. So these are little things that I talk about. It's not that I know everything. It's just like little avenues that you can go down or you can find that actually make you a better ball player, make you excited about wanting to effing play again. I'm excited about next year playing again now because I found that, right? These are the little things that I get excited about working with Short Porch, because we're finding little things for the older guys that don't effing retire, because you retire, it's going to start going downhill, guys. I'm telling you right now, if you're not out there having fun with your friends, ladies and men, you're not there having fun with your friends, what else are you going to do? Stay at home? Somebody was talking about a guy in San Antonio. I'm not going to say his name, and that he's still out there. He's 72. He's still out there swinging. And I go, what else? What else? Is he going to stay at home and just deteriorate on the couch watching TV, or, watching stupid hunting channel, outdoor stuff? And this is what we're talking about. I found something I'm going to stay with, and I'm getting way too into it. I found something I'm going to stay with, and I'll be videotaping it all too to find, because I was hitting line drives. They're going 300 foot, 310 foot hit against the fence. I haven't done that in 5 years. So maybe it'll, and then I can talk about it. Hey, this is what I'm taking. This has kind of helped me stretch a little bit, or get actually my whole range of motion into it, because I am taking some peptides I'm going to talk about in a minute. And I'm getting way too far into it. Let me talk about the supplements that I take, guys. A lot of you guys want to know what kind of creatine. I will post what kind of creatine I take. Creatine, I take 10 grams a day. This is 10 grams of creatine right here. Actually helps me think. Creatine is great for seniors and the brain. Look it up. Do some research, guys. When I talk about things, just get up there and Google it. A lot of guys get in trouble by saying this guy thinks he knows his shit, right? And that's happened, where they just don't Google it and say, oh shit, swinging a heavy bat is not good. It actually makes you swing the bat slower if you swing that heavy bat all the time. I do not swing a heavy bat. Look it up, Google it, YouTube it. There are coaches out there talking about it. It messes your swing up. It makes I'm more about white muscle fiber, explosive movements. Creatine, definitely 10 to 15. If you got a hard day, if you're on a podcast, that's why I took 10. Average, if you want to do it, average is 5 grams a day. You don't get enough in food. Yes, it is in food. It's in beef. You know, it's in some fish. You're not going to consume 5 grams a day. So supplement with creatine. D3 with K2. I take 10,000 IUs a day. Guys, 10,000 IUs a day. Yes, because I have an inflammatory problem. I take D3 with K2. L-lysine, look it up. I take 1,000 milligrams a day. Pygeum, guys. I know the guys would get up here and joke about Pygeum, but Pygeum for every senior over the age of 40 years old. Yes, I'm calling a 40-year-old a senior. Every senior over 40 years old needs to get on Pygeum because it's so good for the prostate. It's so good for the urinary tract, the bladder, the urethra. It's all good for that. So definitely get on Pygeum if you're over the age, 500 milligrams a day if you're over the age. I'll have this listed too. L-arginine. I have stopped on the pill form of L-arginine or the capsule form of L-arginine because there is a injection, a shot, a B12 shot that I'm taking that has L-arginine in it. Right, B12 with folate. I stopped my B12 with folate. I'm going to take them off here because I'm actually taking a every 3-day B12 injection in my shoulder. I will talk about that too if I can get to it before anybody jumps on here. So I'll be on here for another maybe 10 minutes. So berberine. I stopped taking berberine. It's more like an insulin. It regulates your insulin levels. It's if you want to drop a little bit of pounds, berberine is what it's a capsule form. Magnesium glycinate. This is another thing too, guys. Magnesium glycinate. Magnesium glycinate. Get this because there's a lot of magnesiums out there. You don't want to get the one that's going to upset your stomach because it will upset your digestive system badly. So magnesium glycinate. I'll have it up there too. It's 400 milligrams a day. Benfotiamine is vitamin B2. It's benfotiamine, 250 milligrams a day. It's either B1 or B2. Tutka. Tutka is good for the liver. You guys have any kind of liver problems out there as you get older, fatty liver, something like that. Tutka is the best stuff. And now that 250 milligrams a day on that. That's the best stuff you can take for your liver. Milk thistle too, but I think Tutka's a lot better than that. NAG, that is an anti-inflammatory. That is another one that I recommend a lot of you guys. I take I think 400 milligrams of that. And yes, I do take all these pills during the day. I usually take them more mid-morning because a few of these will actually keep you up at night. Kind of like the B12. So yeah, kind of take them mainly more toward, before 2 p.m. G1M. I'll have that up there too. It's called Sport. It's a fast absorbing complex carbohydrate. And I've talked about this in the past, guys. If you guys play outfield or you run bases, you've got to carb up during the day, and you got to do it with a complex carbohydrate. I put it in a shake. Kind of looks like this. I'll put it in a shake, and then I'll keep it in my bag, and I'll just sip off of it during the day. Keeps my energy levels up. That's the worst thing you need when you're playing softball or when you're working out is to lose energy because you lose 40% of your strength if you're dehydrated or if you lose your energy level. I think it's more, than 40% if you lose energy. Dehydration is 40%, so you got to stay hydrated too. Creatine will help with dehydration, believe it or not. It helps water stay into the muscle a little bit, but if you're not drinking, I'm going to try to go through this pretty fast. You see these guys, right? Before you play a tournament, if you have access to this before you play a tournament, definitely before and after you play, and just stay hydrated because it only lasts for like a day and a half, 2 days if you don't hydrate. So kind of take one of those before you play a big tournament. If you guys are not that weekend warrior, but just like to play on the weekends, I wouldn't recommend that for you. But if you guys like this big tournament coming out this weekend, I recommend for those guys before you get on the plane and leave, hydrate. And that goes right in there, guys. And there's stuff you can put into these. There's stuff you can put into these to actually help. You can put a lot of this, other stuff that I'm talking about, B12 and that stuff. Super enzymes. I'll kind of go through this later on and kind of explain it. But super enzymes, definitely for guys, it's hard for us to digest food right now. as we get older, over the age of 50, So every time you get a super enzyme, digestive enzyme, and when you for 20 minutes before you eat, just take one. CoQ10, that's another one too. The firing off mechanism for APTs, it get you going really fast. Omega-3 fatty acids, that is another one too. I'm going to kind of go through a little bit here and update this, and I kind of want to go through some stuff when I talk about. This is the. I was going to say game changer for me. This shit is badass. It's right here. See what that is? It's called Triple Threat. It has BPC 157, TB 400, TB 500, and then you have KPV. That is a mixture that is going into a little vial, and then you inject that. You inject that in the fat of your belly. You pinch your belly. You inject it in there with an insulin needle. Guys, I'm going to talk more on this triple threat. It's a peptide. I'm going to talk more of that triple threat later on. You guys can freeze that and see what that shit does. This is that shit is what I would call a game changer right there. That shit is good. There is another one. There's a few more things. Lipo C. Lipo C is where I get my, he's killing me. Lipo C. This is it right here. This is Lipo C, is what it is. All right. It says fat burning energy boost, but it has a lot of good crap in it. I didn't want to say shit, so I said crap, but it's got a lot of good stuff in it. It's got inosol, choline, L-carnitine, B6. It's got B12. So it's got a mixture of a lot of these. It's not a peptide, guys. This is actually a lot of stuff that they sell over the counter that you can get put in an injection. Like I said about an injection, guys, that's what this is too. It's called Lipo C. I'll have a lot of this information. You guys want it, you can call me for it. This is a list of stuff that I'm gonna actually kind of mess with and let you guys know in there what I'm gonna do with those. I'm a big guy. After because I'm dealing with a lot of stuff. So after I started taking that that triple threat, that is some good stuff. That is some good stuff.
You scoot over a little bit.
I'll have to kick her out the frame here.
No.
What's going on?
Not too much. I got you. There you go. I had you on there. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had you on there and I was talking about something. I just finished up on what I was talking about. And I see that you guys came on there. Short Porch International. That's pretty good. Now it's it. Instead of saying Jeff Kessler, it says Short Porch International underneath there.
I did that.
It's on Leslie's phone.
That's pretty good. We got a lot of stuff going on tonight. Before I think we got 7 minutes or something. Before we talked about something that this was talked about in Florida. In Florida, well, actually was talked about in Florida at first when we were there. And, and in Vegas, it got talked about a lot, and a lot of meetings about what's going to happen and are the surprises that are going to happen. Even a lot of them for next year, the new stuff that we have coming out that we're not talking about right now. But this is the deal. Like what I like about what we're doing is just the little things that keeps us excited and keeps us wanting to play again. Little tweaks with anything that I do with my hands, anything with Jeff and Leslie do with bats. Yeah, I get excited about. So whenever they're sent to me, I can't wait to get out and hit them. And that's we're keeping seniors in the game. Yes, definitely. And watching the video of the 70-year-old guys hitting that bat. And them getting excited, and then we're going out to breakfast and they're talking about the bat, because Mike Garibay has not hit that many home runs in a while. And he's a base hitter. He's not a home run hitter. He leads off for the 70s team, and he's a leadoff hitter. And he could put that ball anywhere. You watch the video, and that's how Mike judges the bat. Like Mike wanted to say, I'm gonna go middle now, just to make sure I have control of the bat. And Mike swings a balanced bat. He swings the wig popper, the blue, the baby blue wig popper. So yeah,
which is a great bat.
which is a great bat.
That's older tech. It's not this.
Mm-mm.
And what I can tell you about this bat is it had a crazy day. This bat had a crazy day, did it not?
It did. Yeah,
So-
a really crazy day.
So the Scared series between the U-Trip and the Senior today, alone, we sold over 100 of them. And I'm not talking about bulk sales. We did have bulk sales even more than that. But 1, and I gave most of the office today off because we were slow
did.
yesterday. So I'm like, Christian, don't come in. Cage was hunting. And in turn, I ended up shipping 100 solo packages of Scared bats today.
Wow.
Leslie and I.
Hey, we were working.
But this bat right here is almost sold out, as is the U-Trip Scared. They have taken off. They were the Halloween series, so they were only to go out for Halloween. And if you were looking for one, guys, jump on and grab one. They won't be available again.
So tell them what this is comparable to, so they'll know.
So you can grab next month, you can grab the Dave Velasquez OG DDT.
Right.
You can grab the pink jawbreaker. Those will be back in stock. But if you want a Scared bat, grab it now before they're gone.
And it was the OG DDT.
Because that's the pink jawbreaker right there.
That's the pink jawbreaker.
Yeah.
That's the pink jawbreaker is 12.5. The Scared is the 12.5, like the pink jawbreaker.
Yeah.
The blueberry is the only USSSA DDT that we've made is the blue on that so this bat and Dave's version of U-Trip is blueberry. It's the blueberry. The Dave Velasquez DDT.
So if you want the Dave Velasquez DDT
in U-Trip,
grab
a blueberry.
A blueberry.
So if you want to take BP with the same bat,
and you'll get a little bit one of these.
and you might get blueberry chapstick.
It's
the Scared series is badass. It's badass paint jobs. Some of the best tech we've put in the market, obviously. And I think we and a bunch of review guys have shown the world what the Scared series is about over the last 10 days, right?
Definitely. I picked up the wrong bat, Jeff. I'm not going to go get it because you already explained it, but I picked
the pink jawbreaker.
I was like,
hey,
that wasn't what I was going to show
everybody.
So
The blueberry.
The blueberry.
Got me out of that one,
Yeah, the Jawbreaker series, the Dave Velasquez DDT, all these are really good bats. The Scared bat.
I love that blueberry. Yeah.
The Scared bats right now are all the talk, and they're really cool. I mean, they really cool looking, right? So, there we go.
Look at that.
So,
there you go.
But anyhow, we have a big surprise tonight. This has been over a year in the working.
Very big.
Very big surprise.
Very thought out.
Very thought out. Executed. This is exciting times for us. So
today is a big night, guys.
And as Dave told me, it really shows the growth. It really shows the growth in Short Porch and where we're going and how we're picking up steam. And thanks to Dave for all his guidance and what's going on tonight. Dave had a big part in this, I know. So as he was making it happen in Vegas, right, Dave?
Yes. I was actually sending you a text. You just need to look at it.
Go get your phone. Jeff's gonna go get his phone.
All right, I'm leaving you with Leslie.
Hey guys. So what are we gonna talk about while he's going to look at his phone?
Yeah, I had fat fingers, so I had to do it a couple times. But I didn't know. But yeah.
Oh, he's looking now.
Okay, definitely. About what you talked about earlier.
You
can actually bring that up before Todd comes on too. Todd, oh my God. You can actually. I'm losing it tonight, brother. I talked way too much.
Yeah. So We're gonna throw Dave over to the side right now. What we've been doing all day is bringing on reps from around the country to help the short porch growth. We're growing so fast. We need more people on the ground. I put in 10 new reps today.
So our rep portal is open. If you want to be a rep, contact us immediately. And it's open until I don't know when, and then we're going to close it again. Yeah. So if you want to be a rep, call us, send us an email. We will contact you, or you contact us, and we will get you processed and put in to be a short porch rep.
We put in 10 today, and our goal is to put in 90 more. And I think just in a few weeks we'll be there. So guys, if you're interested in being in a rep, if you're in an area where short porch isn't,
especially where short porch isn't.
Especially where short porch isn't, in a state or area or city where you're not seeing a lot of short porch stuff. Our growth there in fast pitch and baseball that's coming along with slow pitch, we're trying to get people on the ground right now. And that's what we've been doing all day today. So in the middle of all the chaos today with the Scared series, we found a way to add 2 brand new short porch reps across the country. And I hope they're as excited as we are. So we had them in some really cool places. I talked to a gentleman in Minnesota earlier today who watches your stuff, who's coming on. And he said, hey, in Minnesota, there's not a lot of short porch stuff up that way yet. Yeah. He said, what I can tell you is on my team, we have the short porch bats, and they're the best bats. So we want to bring them to all the surrounding teams around us. And those are the kind of people we're trying to bring on in the kind of areas. And I think it's going to be an exceptional growth for us next season. Also, adding the 100 reps that we're about to put on the ground across the country.
And also, we're doing a short porch rep portal where you can go online and order through the portal with your pricing. So as soon as I get that up, I will blast that out to everybody.
Yeah, and somebody was just asking, and no, our BB Core baseball bats will be out next season, as will our fast pitch bats. The youth baseball bats will most likely get pushed a year, but the high school and college baseball bats and the fast pitch bats will be out next season. So not currently. So that's where we're at, and it was exciting times and a crazy day, Dave. And I can't wait for you to be here so you see all these crazy days like today that we had.
The biggest thing that we need to tell everybody too is you make sure that that we're not getting a lot of reps. Make sure it's when you are calling in that it's a place where we don't have a lot of reps too. That's right. You get a shoe in, your shoe's in the door. I mean, your foot's in the door right away whenever that happens. Because I know I don't know what what I get a lot is Canada. There's a short porch that's reached Canada.
We're working. We're working on it. We talked to a gentleman in Canada, and we're working on some exclusive deals in Canada also.
What would benefit us in Canada is if you can come across the border and pick up your shipments in the U.S. and carry them across to Canada. That saves on the tariffs and duty and taxes and all the good things.
Like
so if you're one of those,
yes,
call us.
Kind of like what they do in Mexico and South America, because they have guys that come over and pick it up, and they'll take it over themselves through Florida and South Texas and Arizona. They did that too. But talk about and I know before I want to talk about too is you guys know where everybody's the algorithms, where everybody's getting onto the website. Everybody you kind of know that what it has changed within the last year, because now what were you telling me today about Georgia?
So Georgia at one point when we really were hopping a few years ago, and the senior boom kind of happened for us with the red wig popper that was caused by this crazy review guy in San Antonio, Texas. I'm not going to speak his name, but when all that happened, we were looking back then, and for that year, Dave, we were 30th to 40th in states and sales in Georgia, our home state. We had no sales. Yeah, we had no sales. And when people come to us locally about things like sponsoring tournaments and teams. We're like, we don't do anything in Georgia. We have no sales in Georgia. And this went on the whole time since 2017 when Short Porch had began, where Georgia was just non-existent for our sales across the country. Florida was always a big state. Texas was always a big state. New York was always a big
California.
state. Then California, obviously. But what we can tell you now, right now, Atlanta is the #1 city for Short Porch out of nowhere. And we think that is a little bit driven, or a lot driven, by our man Rob Taylor, who just posted a badass season on conference. Batted .800 at 49 home runs and 120 at bats. He's been pushing our U-Trip stuff. And Atlanta right now, over the last 60 days, 90 days, whatever I ran it, was the #1 city. So followed by Tampa, where Alan Hancock and Cracker is, and we have 10 people in Tampa on the ground though, so that's not unusual. What I will say is, over the last 60 to 90 days, Atlanta was way over Tampa. So there was 1 and 2 was way here, and then it was Tampa, San Antonio, Dave's home. Followed by what? I forget what I said was after that. Oh, Charlotte, North Carolina was 4th. So that was the top 4 cities we were doing business in. And I think it has a lot to do with people on the ground, that we have. And I really won't say who's pushing the bats for us in North Carolina. I'll have to bring him on another time and let him say it for himself. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but he knows. If he's watching this, he knows it's him, and I can't thank him enough for what he's doing.
My phone is burning up, man. You can hear it going off, and that's what I'm doing. I'm texting these people and say, hey, I'm gonna call you back. K-Mac out of Dallas is calling me. He's a great supporter out of that Texas one. And he just told me, says, I got a guy,
Yeah, we have guys. We're adding them right now, and our goal was to add 100 to what we already had, and we picked up 10 today. So I will be making push through, and that's really just to get that in place for next year. So that's what we're doing. And we talked about this. We talked about this as a team, and thought it was the best way, as much as Leslie and I and you and Christian and as many in Cage and everywhere we're going. We can't be everywhere. We need help. We need help in the market.
We definitely need help.
Bringing our story. So that's what we're seeing as, things unfold. And we have a lot of great people like Jay Yoakum and Bobby Miller and John Moore, Mikey Anderson, Stacy Carr. We have people everywhere. I could go on and on. Richard Kiefer, Chicken.
Rachel.
Yeah, out there, who's people that not are like Chicken. He's not a rep, but he's out there and a supporter of Short Porch telling our story. We have people all across the country, but it's just big. The country is a bigger place than people realize. And when you're doing national business like us, I think we're finding out that we just can't be everywhere. And we're trying. We were trying. And I'll tell you, we're a little tired of being on the road right now. So we're about to go back on the road. Leslie and I will be in Oklahoma City next week. And it's part of it. But we need help being in every corner of the country, from Canada to the Northeast, to the West Coast, to Texas, you name it. And Texas alone, I mean, it's big. Freaking huge, man. Big. You can't be everywhere in Texas. Yeah. There are people, what, 9-hour drive in Texas from you?
Del Rio takes me 9 hours on that borderline. It takes me 9 hours because I had that big tournament every year there. And we would go to that. They used to have states there, and I'd drive 9 hours to drive that thing. Hell, I'm leaving tomorrow. After I hit tomorrow night, I'm going to Houston. That's a 4-hour drive to Houston, and I'll still be, a couple hours away from getting to Louisiana. You know, going to
Yeah.
Dallas, that's a 5-hour drive just to Dallas. That's not going up to the tip where they do have tournaments up there too. That's a 5-hour drive for me. You know, so it's just but that's how big. And then you're talking about South Carolina, North Carolina, and then you have Georgia there. That's like hop, skip, and jump to each
Yeah.
each one of them.
Yeah, Texas is bigger than all the states combined, and that's what we see in Florida. We have a ton of people in Florida, but Florida, if you talk about Miami to Jacksonville, you know, that's like a nine-hour drive or something, I think. So, you know, then you go to the west coast of Florida, and
Well,
it's
from us to like New York is 12 hours. That's
yeah, it's only 12 hours from us to New York if you talk about the East Coast. But we have people, and you know, like in Virginia, we have Cindy Mattern.
Yeah,
Who
Cindy is great.
Cindy is a badass up in that area, so we have her. Jason Wagonblast in his area, that New Mexico area, we don't have anybody there. Yeah, he's like the trailer's still in Clovis. Yeah,
So we got to return a rental.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, we have to return the rental back to where.
Yeah, we're gonna drive from Oklahoma City and pick the truck up and the trailer in Clovis, New Mexico, and come back. But Jason, you're welcome to ride over and have lunch with us or whatever if you can, bro. But yeah, we're trying to get everywhere we can across the country and be in more spots and having people on the ground talking about our tech. And this is a great example when you have a bat like this with the DDT with the mid load and end load. I have to talk to people about this bat every day. Do you, Dave? Because people don't understand. They don't know. They still don't know as much as we talk about it.
I think because, and it's not their fault. A lot of people work out there too. So I think when it's time to get to it, it's hard for them to watch. You know, like tonight's probably gonna be an hour and a half podcast. So it's kind of tough for them to watch it. That's how we do the shorts and we do put it out there. But it's just that where are they going? Do they miss them? You know, if you have, this is the deal too. If you have like 5,000, 4,000, 3,000 followers on Facebook, it gets eaten up. If you don't catch it during that timeline, it already's down at the bottom. You got to go scrolling for it. So that's the problem too. Whenever you put out there on social media, I think I still get a lot of people texting me today after Mike Garabay's video went up. They're saying me, "Is that the same bat as yours?" Yes, it is. It's just got a matte finish on it. I love matte finish. You know how I feel about matte. I love the matte finish, and we put it on that bat. Are you still bringing back your old one, the gloss finish? Yes, we are. You know, when you got something that's good, you said this. Y'all guys said this. When you're not gonna mess with it. You're still gonna come out. We sold out of that bat. That is a top tier, top performing bat. You know, maybe next year we'll bring out a matte finish. We don't know yet. You know, because those other ones are flying off the shelf. They're flying pretty good. These are too.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is just something that we tweaked a little bit, kind of like I talked about. If you're a senior, you know that you change a little something, it might improve what you're doing and keep you in the game a little longer. So that's basically, it was a Halloween special too. Yeah. So that's the reason that we did it. We love the gloss finish. I love that bat. You know, I got one right here in front of me. You know, I love it. Yeah. See,
and what we have is we have our two best senior selling models, the Blackout DDT and the Blackout One Piece, and we rolled them out in half sizes in matte finish. Yeah. So there's a good chance we will roll them out again in matte finish, but the gloss ones are coming back in whole sizes. The half sizes, I will almost guarantee you guys will resurface in a matte finish. Yeah. Again, cycling in and cycle out. Because there's a lot of guys who just like they're stuck in between sizes. I really like a 26.5 right now. I used to always swing a 27.5, but if I'm playing outfield, I really think a 26.5 will fit me if I'm playing outfield versus swinging a 27 or 27.5 because I'm just tired, you know. So I don't like a 26-ounce bat. I never have. But what I can get away with is 26.5.
Yes. So. Definitely. Okay. What let's talk about the bats that are coming out in the next month or two. And we don't want to go too far into that, but the OG Blackout.
Yeah, the OG Blackout One Piece is going to resurface next month. The OG DDT is shipping to us next week. So the AIM high bats are back in production. Mm-hmm. We just got a new shipment in of the USSSA wig poppers that had sold out. We also We still have blueberries in stock. We have coming, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Fat Guy BP's in a new colorway, U-Triple-SA. So chances are you will see us getting with Adam Fowler. Brand new cool color scheme on the Fat Guy BP U-Triple-SA bat from Leslie K here. That's going to resurface as soon as Friday or Monday. So that's coming back. On the senior side, past that, I'm trying to think. I'm missing something. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, we just launched the Peach Job. Oh, we haven't even launched it yet. It's tomorrow. Friday, 2 p.m. Friday, 2 p.m.
Look at this. Watch it.
The ASA. We have so many bats. I'm missing a senior one though, Dave. What am I missing?
Brandon Murray.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was. The Brandon Murray Bayou, and a little change to the colorway on that. That is resurfacing, sold out. People call about that bat every day. Yeah. And Brandon Murray is one phenomenal human being, and I'll tell you, his bat took off this year, and Brandon is the epitome of what a senior player should want to be. A guy who is respectful, works out, works hard, plays at the very highest level. Everything about him screams that you should want to be like Brandon Murray. So
we got this, but look at here.
Oh, man, she's got peach jaw. She has chapstick too for the peach jawbreaker
chapstick. Dude, this one, it tastes like peaches. It smells like peaches and tastes like peaches. This one smells like blueberry and tastes like blueberry.
My man Wagon Blast was just saying, Dave, we got the Blackout X Spin Tech coming out also.
See, no, I haven't heard. Okay, nobody's talked about that X now. Now I've heard rumors about it, and but
the 2026. I will say this too, and we were telling
Stop. Cindy knew about it before anybody else.
Cindy
knew about that. She was asking on the group text, and everybody's going, "What are you talking about? The baseball bat with a wood bat?"
I'll talk to Cindy.
Okay, Cindy's the one. Hey, she was like a genius when she got in there. Hey, what's the specs on the X bat? And then on that group text, and everybody's going like, "Specs? That's a wooden bat, like the X bat." And no, guys. There's a bat coming out called the X. So talk about it now that we got.
Okay, the Blackout X is the Blackout Spin Tech tri-layer coming out. The 40s team, it was their favorite. It was absolutely their favorite, man. So it's coming out. And also the 2026, before the end of the year, the 2026 Balance Wig Popper will resurface. And it is cooler than ever. I'm not going to get into that, but it is cooler than ever. And that bat will, it'll speak for itself too. We hit that bat some over the last few weeks, and the new Balance Wig Popper for 2026 is exceptional. So that's the wrap on them. I will say we are going to have a new signature U-Triple-SA player first of the year on conference. I'm not gonna get into that. I did talk to this individual yesterday, and he is super excited. And you know why? You know why he's the guy. So, but
he's exceptional.
Yeah, somebody's asking about two-piece USA bats. We'd hope to have them out in the market, but there's none in sight. There's no two-piece USA bats in sight. So this is a balanced 12-inch here. It is the USA version of our balanced wig popper that is so well loved. So this is a 12-inch balanced USA bat. So there we go. Softballs, U-Triple-SA softballs are in stock. We have 375s in stock. some
400s.
525. Do we have
520?
400?
No.
We don't have 400. 400 is not in stock. I will say next year we are quadrupling production on softballs for next year. We will have them. Smash It Sports will have them in stock most of the year also, as they have come in and made it aware to short ports that they want to go all in and get a lot of inventory for next year, I guess you should say. So
That's coming.
that
It's
should
on
be
its
in.
way.
Yeah, that should be in a few weeks.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So, so we can.
Where
I've got.
is my man? Let me read.
He's on there. Todd is on
Hey, Todd, jump on, man. You
Jump
need to
on.
learn how to click the restream.
Todd, go into your text and click the restream link.
No, I don't
Join.
feel so bad. No, I don't feel so bad. Send me the link, he said.
Right there.
It's on Messenger.
I wonder if it's because you sent it to both of us at the same time. Can we still use it? Still use it. Should be able to still use it. However, yeah, the story of the week has been the peach jawbreaker and the scared bats and the USA bat. I'll tell you, it's been so crazy in here.
Hey, the Left Field Lounge, we gave away a bat. We gave away the blueberry and a blueberry basket with batting gloves and chapsticks and what else is it? Oh, a towel and all kinds of stuff in that basket. So
yeah, the Left Field Lounge is growing so fast. Miss Leslie is having to double up her orders for Left Field Lounge to keep up with. So guys, and I'll tell you, if you're a part of that Left Field Lounge, you have a great shot at winning all kind of real cool stuff, including bats.
And the
Stan Doyle won the bat this month.
And the little gift basket.
And a gift basket. And every month she will be giving away a gift basket and bats and things to Left Field Lounge subscribers. So,
only.
Yeah, only. So jump in on that.
I gotcha.
There he is.
I couldn't find it there for a second there. So
yeah, because Tammy had sent it to both of you on a group text.
Yep.
So
that was a lot easier.
So I thought I didn't know that. I didn't know. She just said she had texted to y'all, and I didn't know. Jeff said maybe it's because they sent it as a group text. So I just sent it to. Hey, it's on here. Just click it. It's on top. So but we got you on. I don't have to.
Right.
Here's the deal. I don't have to start messing with this right here in front of me, right? Because that's going to be a disaster. I'd lose everybody. I have to start all over again. And we talk way too long to start all over again and get everything going.
Right.
So, hey, what were you doing tonight?
I was actually at the field selling bats, doing what we do. So
exactly.
they're still over there right now. I just came back to the office. They've still got all the bats over there, and the one they kept saying, Jeff, was the blueberry jawbreaker and the blueberry jawbreaker and the scared U-Trip. They just kept raving about them. And I have to say, I took one of those hot chickens out to try to get rid of the ones we had left.
Yeah.
And these kids were hitting some absolute bombs with them.
That should be easy.
Yeah. Hot chicken is definitely a great bat.
And they didn't realize it was balanced. So I said, you guys, they said, no, we want heavy end load. I said, well, that one ain't it. You guys are hitting just fine.
Yeah, that's right. We have exciting news. I'm going to let Miss Leslie tell the world, since she wanted to come on tonight and tell the world what's going on tonight with our big announcement. So I'll let you go ahead.
All right. Well, the big announcement is that Todd is becoming Short Porch exclusive.
Right.
And he will be representing us all over the country, probably.
Yeah.
I'm like, Florida? No, he's going to go elsewhere. So he will be from Florida all the way to California.
Yeah, we'll take it everywhere.
He's going to be exclusive to Short Porch, and we want to welcome him with open arms, as we have since day one.
Right.
So
we appreciate you guys. We really do. So.
Yeah. So Todd, I'll let you.
And Sarah.
Yeah, Todd and Sarah, I'll let you tell the story.
Todd's family.
Yeah, Todd and Sarah, I'll let you tell the story on not only maybe about the first time we met in person. So the first ever time Leslie and I went and set up at Florida Half Century, we had never set up
We
with
knew
short porch.
nothing about
We
that.
set up right next to Todd. We knew nothing about setting up, and that's where we met Todd in person for the first time.
Yeah.
And he was so kind. But I'll let you tell the story about back when you first called me and we talked about short porch. We were only a couple weeks into selling bats, right? Todd
Yeah.
was the first ever store or any reseller to ever reach out
He
to
was
me.
the first reseller store that believed in us enough to
Call
take
us.
a chance
Yeah, to call
Yeah.
on
us.
us.
Yeah. And it was, I remember when Jeff, you were in a little office. I was in a little office,
Yes, the
and
Yeah.
little office is Springfield.
yes,
Yeah.
we were both small, and a lot of people knew that I sold, we sold everybody's stuff when we'd bring it out. But
Yeah.
the ball was the one where I called you about, because there was another company that made a ball that they were the hottest at the time, and you couldn't get them to get you any, even no matter how many cases you wanted to order, they just wouldn't sell them to you. They would always say they were out. So I heard about this short porch ball. So, and one of my friends was swinging one of the Big Daddies, and I'm like, I've been around bats, and I'd never even heard of a Big Daddy. I'm like, what in the world is that? Well, started hitting it, and I really liked it. But I called Jeff and said, well, let me buy the balls and try them. And I took some of the young kids out that play here, the U Trip, and we put those two balls. And I'm not going to name the other company, but it was a very, very, a lot of you guys, everybody wanted that certain ball, and we hit them. And side by side, the short porch ball outperformed it by far. So that started, and then we started taking the Big Daddy on the road. Remember the Big Daddy, we would take it and try to sell it to people, and nobody had heard of it. Well, once people started selling or swinging them, they would call in, and everybody wanted that Big Daddy. So that was the days of before that red wig popper, before that guy from San Antonio started talking
Or
about
the
it.
Redwood popper. Yes, it was.
Yes.
And the red wig popper, I remember we went and set up with Todd the first
Yeah.
time at FAC, and we didn't even have any red wig poppers because they had it had just blown up, and we're like, hey, everyone we get in, we ship out as soon as we get in, so we don't have any at the tents. And everybody was asking for us and for them, and we were trying to talk them into the other short porch bats, and it was a tough sell at the time. And we got a little bit of that now with the Blackout series.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Blackout
100%.
series is so popular that we're having to talk to them, and explain to them that, hey, we make bats for all types of players.
Yes.
Is Blackout really the best bat? And sometimes it is. Sometimes maybe it's a Spintech,
Right.
Sometimes,
Depends on the
yeah,
player.
it depends on the player. And this is what all of us did in Vegas the whole time, was try
Yeah.
to outfit people in the right bat.
Right. Yes.
Because if you're just looking for the hottest bat, one of the Blackouts are that bat, but maybe that's not the bat for you,
Maybe
so
another bat. fits
maybe
your
another
swing
short
better.
porch bat will fit you better. Maybe you need more control to go with a balanced bat, maybe a spin deck because you swing harder, so there's a lot of different bats and variables in outfitting somebody with a bat, just as you would any sporting goods equipment, from a tennis racket to a golf glove.
Mhm.
And I thank all you guys for doing such a great job in Vegas explaining to people, hey, let's talk about it and let's get
Right.
you in the right bat.
I think
Yeah.
Todd, Jeff, Dave, and Christian and Cage are the fantastic five to fit you in a bat.
Yeah, we can put you in a bat.
Yes.
So you call us, we will put you in a bat. And
100%.
Todd will be in Florida doing all things short porch, moving forward, and
Yes.
across the country. He will represent us as a national account manager in taking everything from on the ground to large account sales. And man, we're super stoked and proud and just thankful.
Yes. No, it's big things are coming. That's for sure. It's definitely the movement. We've seen that in Vegas. Dave and I was a lot of times people would come up and tell us about the movement, tell us
Mhm.
about the difference in bats. And it's just, we call Jeff and Leslie the mad scientists. They don't stop. So they're constantly making better and better and better. And when you describe that to people, and then they try to swing when they haven't swung a blackout OG, and you give it to them, and they're like, man, this is better than the red wig popper. And because it is constantly
Because it
evolving.
is.
Well,
For sure.
they were coming to the tent, and you'd let them demo a bat.
Yes.
They would come
Yep.
back to tent and buy that same demo bat.
Yes.
Like, remember that a
Yes.
few times on that Oppo
Yep.
top. And then you'd
Mhm.
throw a blackout in front of them and say, this is the best bat you're ever going to swing. And then
Yep.
they come back, and this is what I like, Todd, and you notice this too. They'd come back and tell you, you're right.
Yes.
This is the
Yep.
best bat I've ever swung. Or how many
Mhm.
I've never hit a home run in my life. How many
Yep.
times do you hear that? And then they come up and say, I hit a home run. in that
100%.
first game that
Yeah.
do that. But me and Todd brainstormed. He didn't know. I hope he didn't know that what was going on, because you didn't know what was going on in Vegas.
No.
But maybe I was going a little bit of, hey, when we get to, I was telling you, hey, when I get to Savannah, Georgia, we're going to do so much stuff.
Right.
You know, we're going to do demo days up and down the coast, up
Yes.
and down the coastline. We're going to do demo days. We're going to do hitting clinics. We're going to do all this. And I know you're looking at me going, now, how am I going to be able to do all this? You know, and I'm like, Tammy's kicking me like too much. You know,
Right.
you don't want to let him. You don't want to. This is going to be a surprise. You know,
Right.
I didn't know
We-
either. I didn't
No.
know. I didn't know what
No.
we were going to.
Well, I told it was funny. After the coaches meeting in Vegas, I talked to Todd a little bit at the kind of their snack bar area, food
Yeah.
court, at the
Yeah,
food
food
court
court, yep.
at Boulder Station.
Yeah.
And David had already given me some insight. And he's like, man, I think
Yes, the scared bats are on sale. You can go to the website and purchase them.
yeah, right now, and they're close to selling out.
Yes.
But however, yeah, I talked to Todd. David gave me a little insight. He thought it was time. Todd and I had talked about it last year, and it had been a year. So it'd been
Yeah.
a year in the making.
Yeah.
And we
Yes.
felt like it's time. Our growth is,
What's the movement?
yeah, it's
So
the movement is
Bringing
Yeah.
Todd on, moving
Yes.
Dave to Savannah. It's all about the movement.
a lot of things.
Mhm.
And we have and after Vegas, Dave and I talked about making changes for the better. I mean, from everything like customer service. We're working on doing a better job with customer service
Absolutely.
and character here at Short Porch. And it's not that we have character problems, it's that we want to have the utmost customer service, the best customer service in the market.
Yes.
And from everything like the small things like customer service to the bats, to sales,
Small
to our
things
people,
like answering
to
your phones and
expanding,
emails and
to talking to our people on the ground, people we have like Alan Hancock, who did an exceptional job in the last 2-3
Yes.
weeks
yes.
on the
Yes.
Gulf Coast, and is in Houston playing right now.
Representing.
Yeah, representing Short Porch. So to have everybody be a bigger part of the conversation, while all these things are easily said, and we need more people
Thank
to put it in
you.
action.
Yes.
So and Dave here on the ground seeing more things, and having Todd, this is gonna take,
Be on the ground in Florida.
yeah, this is gonna take some of the burden off us to make all these things happen, because
Mhm.
when you have a company this size, we can't do it all ourselves.
Yeah.
Is what we learned, you know.
Right.
And that's why we need the reps also.
Yeah, and that's
Yes.
why we need the reps to grow the business also, so they can watch. The reps do, for the most part, watch our information on our
Yes.
podcast, so they can take it to the ground to the people who don't understand what a DDT is,
Right.
who don't understand what the next bat is. So, or any changes we may make, they can educate people.
Mhm. Yeah.
100% on that
For
one.
sure.
I can't wait. I think it's going to be a great new year next year. And once we get there, like I
Mhm.
talked to Todd, you know, we're going to start brainstorming, you know, before I get there, and
Yes.
talk
Yeah.
about setup, because and like I told Todd, I need him next year, because he likes doing what I do. He likes
Yeah.
R&D work. He likes
Yes.
talking to people.
Yes.
He's a teacher. He's an educator, right? So to do this job, you have to be that guy that
Yeah.
loves teaching people and loves seeing the progress of the movement. I love seeing the progress of how better they're getting. And
Mhm.
I see that in Todd every time I looked at him, or every time we're he would take over. He wouldn't let me. That's another thing too. Todd, when I'm sitting at a booth, Todd would get up there and he would just talk, and I do the same thing. So we're kind of fighting against each other, jumping out of the chair when somebody comes on, and I'm pushing them out of the way, going, "No, this one's mine. You got the last one." But that's just the way Todd is.
Yes.
When you work with somebody like Todd, you see a different. And I was saying, Jeff had asked me, I said, 100% we need this guy. 100%. His heart's in it. I mean, you meet some people that heart just ain't in it. Todd's heart's in it. And he's a great person. And Sarah too, because I've been laughing my butt off for the last 5 days of all the stuff. She's hit another level. I don't know if she's doing research or doing YouTube videos on how to be funnier, but she's like out there, and I'm laughing.
Yes.
I read it. I'm laughing. Her little things are going on. I laugh it. And I'm laughing my ass off. And I'm like, you gotta have that. She's one of a kind. There's nobody to like her, and she's one of a kind. And having her, we just and here's the deal too. Seriously, here's the deal too, about me and Sarah. I'm glad I'm going to be there next year to help her along with her little problems about, like she'll take Twinkies and donuts, and she don't eat them, but she'll put them in front of me. She'll have Todd stop on what and he goes, what are you getting those for, Dave? Dave doesn't eat those. Yeah, but I'm just messing with him. So she'll put them right in front of me where my chair is at. And she goes, look what I got you today. And it'll be Krispy Kreme donuts. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then she'll laugh. That's her personality.
Yes.
She'll start looking. Yeah, but I think both of y'all guys, it's both of y'all. It would be a great asset.
They had, let's face it, they had already been a big part of Short Porch.
Oh yeah.
They more than earned this. Now, the biggest thing is Todd will be, he will be doing a lot more past what he's already doing. He will be handling accounts and things and growing the business, which is right up his alley.
Yeah.
And when you're a well-loved person, it's easy to talk to people. It's easy for Todd to talk to people. And we're just excited to have him on as a bigger part of the conversation. And we're gonna try to make more people even bigger part of the conversation, people around us that are helping us now. And Lord knows we wish we could bring everybody on right now, but we can't. So
you know what? As we grow,
as we grow,
have seen and we have proven, as we grow,
you will see,
grow.
You will see a lot of Short Porch things from probably most likely Sean Thompson, which I hadn't seen Sean since I've been going to Vegas. You'll see Sean doing some stuff, being a bigger part of the Short Porch conversation, and his bat did really well, and he does a lot of stuff for us and asks nothing in return. Good guy. And so we have a lot of people out there who we hope can bring us on, and I think Todd and Dave keeping eyes on everybody and kind of helping the growth along, because the growth is the infrastructure has to be there around the growth is what it is.
And it is growing.
It is growing. It is growing.
Just within the year.
Vegas was unreal. That was mind-boggling to see what we actually seen with all the different bats. Because first year, Jeff, you remember we went to Vegas. What did we have? Like 3 bats or something? 4 bats that we sold. But we had a bunch of them.
We've come a long way, and people don't realize we hadn't been in the bat business all that long.
No.
And we've come on so strong, and we're such a big part of senior softball and USSSA now that they forget that how young we are as a company.
3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. 3 years in, and we are one of the largest bat companies in the country.
Yes.
So that is, we are very grateful and thankful for all the people that has helped us along the way. And Lord knows we could not even reach out or talk to or do enough for everyone who's done for us. We try. But having more people will help us keep eyes on everyone who helps us also and talk to them. So, but this is a great time, and I'm super excited to have Todd and Sarah on board. and what they're coming on. Not that they weren't already, they're just a way larger part of the conversation.
Yes.
Good
So,
things coming.
Good
yeah,
stuff. It's
good
definitely
things
coming.
coming.
It's gonna get big, Todd.
Yes,
I mean, we talked
we've
about it
heard
in
it.
Vegas. It's gonna get real big.
I've been telling a
Well, we
lot of
have to
people.
get into BB core and fast pitch, and then
Yes.
we'll be
Yes.
in travel ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, it's gonna get big.
And we will definitely, there's a lot of interest in the bat demos for, I seen one guy posted about Challenge Cup. Yes, Jeff has signed the contract with USSSA for Vieira. We will be doing demos there. We will definitely be there. So that's 30 minutes from my
Todd will
house.
be at Vieira every chance he gets.
Yeah,
Yes.
Todd is right there by Vieira. We will be a large part of Vieira moving forward. So it's easy for him to shoot over there. It's 30 minutes for him. So
We'll do bat demos.
yeah, we'll be
He
getting the
loves that
field.
demo.
Hey,
We'll
nobody
do
does
'em.
bat demos as good as Todd. I promise
We-
you guys that.
We will do them, and TOC's coming up. You know, there's a lot of people have already reaching out about the TOC.
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll get with Alan again. We'll be doing a bat demo over there. I'll be getting with Sarah and Greg with ISSA to get us set up for that this year. It'll be a little bigger.
Yeah.
They said they'd help us, no problem. They would help us advertise it. So one thing I tell Jeff, it's definitely, when it comes to the hustle time, we will hustle. So and that's
We know.
everybody in this company. Everybody that's Jeff, Leslie, Dave, Christian, Cage. I mean, you see it. Sean, I've seen him at the BSC a lot. And a lot of guys called me, hey, that guy's a good guy.
Yeah,
So
Sean is, like I said, he'll be more involved this year, I'm sure. And we hadn't talked too much about it, just a little here and here. And I've been gone, so I hadn't seen him. But Sean will be here hitting with Dave and I every week, I'm sure. So as
And
Sean
Alan.
is with us
Alan.
all the time, he'll be out and about more. And
Right.
Cage is starting to get out. Cage is getting a little older, so he got out at Military Worlds. I heard he did a great job there. Headbangers told me Cage did an exceptional job setting up at Military Worlds, and just loving him. Everybody loved Cage at Military Worlds. All we heard was good things, and I think he'll be out more and more as, like I said, as he's getting a little older and he's learns more and more about the business and gets used to doing things like bending.
Yeah, that's it, man. And it's big things. I mean, some people have asked me about the Gulf Coast guys with Alan, because he's only 2 hours from me. So yes, there's going to be many Wednesday nights. I'm going to be driving over to hit with Alan and them guys, because they know the bats too. They know them. They get to hit them. They R&D them. So we will be over there with them also. So just keep your eyes open on that one.
Yeah,
Alan's a big part of that area.
Yeah, Alan is a big part of Short Porch.
Yeah,
he's a big part of what's going on with Short Porch, and he has a pretty substantial business that he deals with. Yeah, very successful business. So all the time that he gives us, we're very thankful for.
And Joe,
Joe Carter is another one. He just
Chuck
popped on here. Joe Carter, Chuck Roberts, and those guys in Jacksonville. Joe will always be a part of Short Porch, and he's another one. He'll be a bigger part of Short Porch this coming year, whether he likes it or not. Because he's one of my buddies. So Joe and all those guys from Jacksonville who are just good friends of ours, that, man, I miss them guys. I wish we could be everywhere. I miss some of these guys. And I think when Dave gets down here, I know I'll be able to get down to Florida a little more and hang around with just some of the guys a little bit, as we can share drive time and stuff like that, and get down there and just BP and stuff and hang out.
Sarah, Tammy and I go to the beach.
Yeah, they can lay on the lake shore at Lake House.
Right.
So But yeah, man, I'll tell you guys, exciting stuff. The bats are just badass for, Joe's talking about, he sent some scared shirts to us. I seen them
I
there.
saw him. I can't wait to get them, Joe.
He makes some really cool stuff
Yes.
for us. Thank you, Joe. And Joe, like I said, Joe's gonna be a big part of what we
I
have
got
planned
you,
in
girl.
2026. So we are just super excited about next year, and this year's not slowing down. And today was a perfect example of we
Great.
thought it would be a slow day, gave some people the day off, and we got bombarded.
Right.
Which is great.
We
loved it.
took over 100 phone calls today. I bet it was wild. So
Right.
Dave's gonna be here on the phone, guys. January. Dave's gonna be here on the phone.
Taking phone calls. Yes.
Call it.
I'll be doing that.
Call it.
Any trouble, just call me.
And
Right.
there will be, I'm sure
Oh,
Todd and
definitely.
Sarah will be coming in and spending
Yes.
some time here also.
As
Yeah.
we will down there. So
Yeah, as we will down there, and back and forth. It's a hell of a lot closer than going to San Antonio. I'll tell you that. I'll make that drive any day.
In Vegas.
Yeah,
Vegas.
in Vegas.
That's a long ways.
You
I
But
still
think-
got to go back and get the truck.
I would imagine I always wanted to be one of them guys where I did stuff myself and all, but I will say I was gone from the office and doing back end stuff too much this year. There's literally no way I'm gone that much next year, unfortunately. As we seen, it kind of hurt us more than helped us, me being out there doing things like driving across the country and setting up. And Dave always said that would happen, and I kind of didn't believe him, but it most likely next year I won't be the one making that track for the first time, and
Okay.
that's
Poor Cage.
that's unfortunate because believe it or not, after about 6 or 8 months, Christian and I always look forward to it. You
So
know?
you may or may not see Cage out in Vegas.
Yeah, you may not see Cade in Vegas next year.
Right.
Probably will.
May or may not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
But however, guys, again, Todd Cox, congratulations.
Appreciate
We
it.
welcome you. We are excited for you and Sarah. Can't
We
wait.
He will be a big part of Short Porch for years to come, guys.
Yes.
And thank you for all you guys do. I'm gonna get off here as I gotta go to work now.
And I gotta go. Me too. I gotta go back and pick up bats and see what these guys
Todd's
want to
gotta go
buy.
back to
So
the field, so he's
yep, they're at the
back to
field, and I told them, give me a little bit. I'll be right back. So I'm gonna go over there and sell some bats.
All right.
Yeah, man. Thank you,
I'll-
Todd. I
Thank you,
appreciate
guys.
you.
I'll see
Yeah,
you guys.
appreciate it
later.
now.
Shut it down.
Thank you.
Dave,
Thanks, man.
Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Thank
yeah,
you,
good
too.
night.
Bye,
Good
Todd.
night. Bye, Todd. Dave, that guy,
I'll tell you what, I talked to him last year in Vegas. I talked to him this year. He's well respected, and for what we do, he's a great fit with everything that we do. And he's a teacher. He loves teaching a lot of people. And I talked to him about doing a lot of Florida next year and that East Coast, Savannah, Georgia area, North and South Carolina, and basically educate people about what we're doing. Because believe it or not, there's people out there that don't understand what we're doing. You know, so basically, if we talk about it more, then they'll understand. You know, the 40s are different than the 70s, basically stuff like that. So I think he loves doing that stuff. So, and then when we go further into fast pitch and baseball, all that other stuff. I mean, he loves doing it. So this is in his heart. Sarah, even my counselor, Sarah, guys, has been texting me, telling me things. So she's counseling me as we're speaking about things I need to do different, right? So she'll be hands-on there telling me don't be doing that, you know. So I think that's a plus, and she's a she's a great person. They both are, and I think that's a plus when doing what we want to do, you know, like we want to push that movement and push that envelope, which y'all push the envelope, we push the movement, and then give us more range. Like I think y'all can focus more on what you guys are doing, what you know, and to get back on, and I know what that is. See, she's still texting me. Anyway, to get back, guys, let me explain to you what's going on here with Leslie. She is privately text messaging my wife and talking about little things for where to stay and, places to eat and, the best margaritas over here and, the pool. Tammy's been buying all these things. I think the whole U-Haul truck will probably be full of
Timmy things. Timmy things to come to
Tammy
Spain.
things, like floats and stuff like that. So hopefully, it's going to be great. Whatever we do, Tammy's excited about it, but yeah, it's going to be great. Whatever, and I think we're going to do a lot of work. I think that's the biggest thing, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it because basically this is fun. I see the look on you guys' face when people come up and talk to y'all. So this is fun, and to be involved in something that you have fun, isn't that the greatest thing that you can do? Like it's badass, and then putting that over on other people. So I think it's going to be, and no telling what happens next year in the middle of that.
No telling. And we're trying to move things along as fast as we can without making mistakes and making moves. And this was a move that was a win-win for everybody. And they're just great people, high integrity, as we always talk about it. And just, people who not only work, Todd will work all day and all night too. The guy he will grind it out. And that's what I love about him. We have that in common. Mm-hmm. And just like I said, real and high integrity people, I think. So is what we talked about when we brought you on, and it's what we talked about when we brought Christian on, is people who you can trust, and that's what we're trying to build a team around, that will not only hustle, but that that you can trust them to do the right things at the right times.
Yeah.
And I know, any people make mistakes, but you can limit the mistakes. Make your misses small, right? So we're going to make our misses small, and we're trying to do the right thing along the way in every aspect, from the bats to the balls to the people to, like I said earlier, to customer service is something we've been working on this week and talking about, is just how we're communicating better with the customers, so that they can get in the right bat and they can make sure that their orders are in on time, which we do. You order most time, you order by 3 o'clock, the stuff still goes out by 4. We ship everything. It goes
out before the UPS or FedEx picks up.
And we ship a lot of stuff 2-day express, even when the customers don't pay for express, so that they're happy when they get the stuff early. So we do a lot of things to try to keep the customers happy, and we're talking more and more about that. And just like her with her bat giveaways and things like that. So we're going to try Left Field Lounge. Join the Left Field Lounge if you want to have fun.
A lot of people appreciate that too.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
But
you're giving back.
We're giving back. And I think, we won't miss as much stuff, because it's as much stuff as we did, Dave, without you being here and us not having the amount of staff that maybe we needed, we missed some things, and some things maybe weren't handled as fast as they should have been. So I think with you here and with Todd coming on in the future, that things will go real smooth, So
good. Can't wait. I can't wait to get there.
Absolutely, man. But again, Todd and Sarah Cox, they're coming on board. They're now Short Porch guys. So I don't know whether it'll probably be Phantom Sports Short Porch.
We don't know how that'll work yet. But what I can say
Short Porch, Phantom Sports.
right now, with them and us, do as you normally do. Nothing's changed as far as the websites.
Yeah, you can still go on there and order.
As far as Todd and Sarah selling Phantom Sports, our bats, go to their website and buy from them. And ours is of course, short porch,
Yeah.
baseball company.
Yeah, nothing's changed on that end as of yet. And you go to their store, you still order, and
And ship from them, yeah.
so nothing's changed there. So guys, just know that they
Business
are
as
short
normal,
porch. Yeah,
right?
business
Normal.
as normal as far as the two websites. And in the immediate future, we have no plan to change the Phantom Sports website. So you can still order off there. And if it's something they don't have or we don't have,
Thank you.
we'll put you in the right direction. So, but
Sweet.
yeah, thank you for everything, Dave. Again, I'm gonna get off here and let you have it. So I will talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you, bud.
All right, man.
Bye.
All right, see you.
All right, bud. All right, guys. That is great news. I kind of knew what they were going to do in Vegas, and I thought I told Jeff that's amazing. The guy he's 100%. They both are. The Coxes are 100% great people, and I think having them on is because they're so well into what Short Porch is doing, weight distribution, barrel flex, fitting people with bats. Another thing too, guys, for the next week, I'm going to start putting out videos. As all of my social media is going to have videos on it, and it's going to be things that I preached about for 15, 16 years, things that I've learned. I'm going to be putting peptides up, what the peptides do to you, and the pros and cons, basically, to educate a lot of people out there. I have a distributor in San Antonio. They will not ship somewhere else because they're actually they're made already. They have the backwater in them. It's hard to ship something like that because peptides are just so fragile, I should say. You know, they don't even want you dropping that stuff because it's just not good for it. And when I get to Florida, I'll talk about that. When I get to Savannah, Georgia, there's some things going on that I'll talk to you about later because I will not get off of a peptide. That's how much I love this BPC, that triple threat. BPC 157, it actually has helped me tremendously on the bad back part. It makes me where I can function during the day. Healing, if you got any injuries, that's another thing too. I'll talk about that in separate kind of videos, and I'll put all those videos out there. That way you can get educated on it. And if you want to go there, I'm not telling you to go there. It's another way that you don't have to go to a doctor and have them write you a prescription for painkillers and stuff like that, because that's the last thing you guys need to get on, in my opinion. So definitely something that peptides heal. It's a healing drug, right? Drug. It actually is because it's not approved, but it's a healing peptide, I should say. So definitely I'll put a lot of stuff on there. I will be posting a lot of Lou Simmons videos because he did a lot of podcasts back in the day and just talking about the dynamic method, which is an explosive movement method, and basically educate a lot of you guys out there on the reason that I do explosive movements. And I'm pretty big. I'm pretty big up on top. I still have my legs with me, but I have not moved heavy weight. I move lighter weight faster. And that's the way I've done exercise for 35 years. And it's helped me, and maybe can help you. Just something else to look at. There's so many other workout routines. So it's just something that's my opinion, right? When I talk about it, it's just my opinion, right? Everybody's got an opinion out there. So don't be a hater, guys. And I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.